Great morning, great morning, great morning. You guys come on in. Come on in. Great day, great day. Hey, April, great morning. Great morning, beautiful. Come on in, come on in. Once you guys come in, go ahead and share. Share, 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 share. Hey, Catherine, how are you, gorgeous? Good to see you. I need to talk to you after the live. Come on in, you guys. Come on in. Great day, great day. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Thank you for sharing, April. Hey, Jackie. I love you. Yes, George is in the building. Hey, Catherine. Y'all come on in and share. Come on in and share. Let me know when you shared. I guess I need to share. I haven't even shared. I'm talking about y'all share. Hold on, y'all. Let me share. Okay. Share, share, share. Okay, great. Hey, babe. Thanks for sharing. Come on in, you guys. Come on in. All right, all right. So listen, today's drive-by it's about time. It's about time. Now listen, that can mean a lot of things, right? It's about time. What is it about time for in your life? What is it that it's about time that you do? It's about time that you see. It's about time that you know. So yesterday, my baby and I did a little date night. We did a date night because we didn't get to go to Tampa because we're going to Tampa next weekend. And then after Tampa, we're going to Kentucky. After Kentucky, we're going to Jacksonville. After Jacksonville, we're going to Columbia, South Carolina. We got a lot of traveling coming up in the next week or so. So we foregoed Tampa this weekend so that we, can do all the other stuff that we're doing. So we had a lot planned, and the truth is, it was just gonna be too much on my baby because y'all know he does what 90% driving, 90% of the driving. Now I'm not gonna make him do that on these long trips because we got a lot of things that we're doing, a lot of places that we're going. I'm not gonna do that to him. So I'm gonna be doing some driving. Y'all know I drive. I've been driving, so I just gotta drive again. So hold on, let me take my semi. Okay, babe, 98. 98%. mm. So y'all listen. Hey, Evelyn, how are you, beautiful? Look, so yesterday we had a date night. Got to get my vitamins in. We had a date night. We went out. I'm amazing, gorgeous. I'm amazing. Good to see you. We went on a little date night, y'all. Now, let me tell y'all what our number one challenge be on date night. Now, he said it ain't a challenge. Like, it's a challenge. He's very on time. Like, he does not like to be late. Even if it's, we decide we going somewhere at a certain time, we need to be gone at that time. Well, listen, y'all already know your girl. Probably not. So that'd be our challenge. And I know that in his mind, he's probably thinking, it's about time you're ready. And he doesn't say it, but I feel it in the spirit. Well, in the same way, you know, there's a schedule that God has set for us, right? There's a schedule we have set for ourselves. There's a schedule God has set for us. And the truth of the matter is, it's about time. We're not going to say never. We're not going to say never because I have been on time. So we're not going to say never. That's what we're not going to do. Okay, baby? Thank you. We're not going to say never. Just most of the time I'm not. Okay, but we're not. That's not the point. I just was using that as an example. Babe, for real, I've never been on time yet. Babe, I'm gonna need you because if I find one instance where I was on time, that invalidates your entire statement. Never, or most of the time, not. So I know he'd be thinking it's about time, but listen, God said it's about time. It's about time for you to wake up. It's about time for you to get up. It's about time for you to be about your Father's business. It's about time for you to get going, get moving. It's about time for you to believe in you. It's about time for you to stand strong. It's about time for you to operate in the offices to which he's called you. It's about time. It's about time for you to use your spiritual gifts. It's about time for you to know what they are. It's about time for you to use them for the glory of the kingdom and the edification of the body. Listen, it's about time. It's about time for you to look in the mirror and really see what God sees. It's about time. It's about time. In the same way that my husband sits there and waits for me and he looks at me and he's just sitting there waiting, playing solitaire, playing spades, whatever he's playing, honey. But sitting there with that look, that ain't a look, according to him. Sending them vibes that aren't vibes. It's about time. You know, God is so incredibly patient with us. And the thing about God, when, you know, he's like, okay, all right, it's about time now. Come on, let's go. Is that he doesn't hold it against us, but he definitely is ready for us to put our feet to the fire. You know, putting your feet to the fire means that you're feeling the flames. It's heating up. Your insides are heating up. It is an internal heating for an external production. There's some things that God is trying to do that he needs you for. And he's trying to figure out, are you going to be there? Are you going to go? Are you going to do it? What's up? What's up? What's up? What you going to do? So it's about time. It's about time that we get our minds right, our spirits right, our hearts right. It's about time. It's about time that we really understand that we matter in the world and that we make a difference and our presence makes a difference. It's about time. It's about time for us to really pay attention, really listen to the voice of God and really do what it is that he has called us to do. It's about time. It's about time. It's about time. It's about time. So what are we doing? Why are we waiting on another person to give us permission? Waiting on another person to say yes? Waiting on another person? Waiting on people, waiting on perfect circumstances, waiting on things, waiting on the money to show up. Do it without the money, and the money will come. If you build it, they will come, right? Waiting for all the conditions to be just right when the truth of the matter is, it's never perfect, but it's about time. My prayer is that as I move forward, knowing that it's about time, that God will look at me and say, it's worth the wait. It was worth the wait. You showing up was worth the wait. That's how I be wanting my husband to be. I be wanting him to be like, babe, you ain't on time, but baby, you worth the wait. The difference is God already knows, and I'm expecting him to know. Like I want him to read my mind. I want him to know that's what I want. I want him to say, babe, you look so good. Oh, we late? Oh, I didn't even notice. I want it to be so awe-inspiring and breathtaking. I want to smell so good that his nostrils are filled with the aroma of my scent, to the point that he forgets about where we were supposed to go and when we were supposed to win. I want him to just be in anticipation of the final product, the final production, what it's going to be. Because I know that when I walk out, it's me that he wants to see. God's the same way with us. He's waiting for us to show up all and true. He's waiting for the authenticity of the very thing that is you. He's waiting patiently. But it's about time for you to show up, whether you come on a quarter or a dime. It's time for you to be who he's created you to be. I'm not telling you that you got to be like me, but I'm telling you that the world is waiting for the real you to see. So often in our lives, we get caught up in everybody else, what they look like, how they dress, how they show up, what they say, what they do, when the whole time, the whole world is really only waiting on you. You're wondering why nothing's moving, nothing's happening in this season. But God said, I've been maneuvering things and the universe has conspired to get you to this place for a reason. What is the reason, you say? Because it's about time. It's about time for you to just be who you are, be who you've been created to be, show up fully for the whole world to see. No more hiding, no more running, no more peeking around the corner. I need you to say that you are God's special gift made to order. Look, you need to understand. I don't think you quite get it. But God said you're the one that he's chosen. Don't forget it. You trying to say, well, this one, it's that one. Let them do it. Let them go. But God says, I don't want to hear that crap no more. He's waiting for you in particular and specifically. He's waiting for you, for the entire world to see what he's able to do with what's tossed away, thrown away, forgotten about, left out. Because y'all know that's what it's all about. God showing that he can use the unusable, love the unlovable, change the unchangeable, all for his glory, for the world to know that above our God, no other can go. Listen, I don't know who needs to hear this, and maybe it's just for me. But it's love above all things. His love. That's what I sing. I sing because I'm happy. I sing because I'm gay. Not gay as in homosexual, but gay as in happy. You see, everything is twisted. Everything is turned around. Ice is cold, but it's really hot. Hot is a temperature, but it's really not. I'm just trying to figure it out. But this one thing I know, that it's about time for you to get up and go. Go where he's sending you. Do what he's told you. Be who he's called you to be, created you to be from the beginning of history. It's about time. It's about time for your creativity to flow. Baby, and I don't care who looks at you and says, oh no. Look, see, this is the thing. It doesn't matter what anyone else thinks or feels or how they respond. That's not what's most important. What's most important is that you are in the position that you've won. Not one because you played a game, but one because he created you. And you and he are one. I'm thankful that God and I got it like we do. Because he's the one who will require me to show you all I do. Look, I know I'm not perfect, far from it. I get it. But baby, this one thing I know. The man who found me was lucky, and he doesn't forget it. He knows that he's fortunate to have me in his life, like I'm fortunate to have him in mine. You see, it's not about me or him, his or hers, yours or mine. It's about we are one on a mission to change the world, just being who God created us to be. We're just an old country boy and girl. Don't tell him I told you, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't want him to know that I'm country, but I do. And the funny thing is, we all do too. So look, no fronting, no faking, no games, no tricks. I need you to know that about us, y'all about to be sick. Not because we're so perfect, but because we're so real. See, it's not very often that you get the real deal. You know, most people are concerned about looking a certain way, showing up a certain way. And I'm not saying we're not going to be fly, because about that you can be sure. But what I'm saying is that our motives and our intentions are pure. Like, we want to look good because we want to look good. I want to look good for him. He wants to look good for me. But we want to look good for God, for him to get the glory. You see, there's something about the transformation that God does in a person's life that allows other people to know that if he can change you, he can change me. And about that right there, I'm absolutely sure. You see, I grew up in a 3-room house with no indoor plumbing. No bathroom, no kitchen sink. But baby, one thing I learned in all my life was how to think my way through situations, how to think my way through life. I thought so much that it has catapulted my life, not because my thoughts were my thoughts, but my thoughts became his. And when my thoughts became his, when I tell you that changed the game, it absolutely did. When my thoughts became God's thoughts and I understood what he was saying, then the way I showed up, I could no longer show up playing. I'm just a country girl trying to be who God has created me to be and do what God has created me to do. Look, I don't know about you, but I know that for me, it's time. It's not even about time. It's time. It's not even close to time. It's time. It's not just about time. It's time. It's time. It's time to show up with no fear and no regret. It's time. And I don't want you to forget. I don't want you to forget that each and every one of us has a purpose, a thing that God has deposited inside of us that makes us special. I'm special, you're special, we're special together. If one can put 1,000 to flight, 2, 10,000 or whatever. It's time. It was just a shift. It started out, it was about time, but now it's time. Like, about just left. It's time. Yes, Eveline, it is time for you to show up. The world is waiting. The word of God declares this. It says that the earth moans and groans for the sons of God to arise, to rise up. Don't be sitting on the sideline cheering for everybody else. Get in the game. Get in the game. God has called you to play. It's your time to get in. See, without you, we can't win. See, you're thinking it can be done and, nobody needs you, but it's not true. This game is only won when it's both me and you. When we show up, when we connect, when we do what we've been called to do, that's what changes the game. That's what makes us win. Because God has been waiting on the two. And the two shall become one. So why Jesus sent them out in pairs of two? Because he knew that just sending one would never do. So he sends us in twos for the power that it brings, the support that you have, and the songs that you'll sing. It's time. It's time for you to do you and me to do me, but us to do us, and we will win. Why do I say we will win? Because, look, God has this whole plan and it's laid out and mapped out. And he's putting the pieces together and requiring the universe to move everything around so that we show up when we're supposed to show up. At least we have the opportunity to. Now, whether or not we show up, some may and some do. It's time. No more excuses. Real talk. If you knew this was your last day on earth, your last day of life, what would you do? If you knew that this was it, I'm talking about it. This is it. This is your last day. What would you do? How would you show up? How would you be? What is it that you would make a priority? Who would you call and say, I love you just because? Or would you not? I want to talk to y'all for a second. I want to talk to y'all for a second about love languages. Let me talk to y'all for a second about love languages. Last time my husband and I were talking about love languages and our love languages and stuff. And my love language is words of affirmation. I need to hear it. I need to hear it. I need to hear it. You say it out your mouth. Hearing it means so much to me, right? So I was telling him, I said, my kids and I have the same love languages. Like our love languages are almost identical, right? It may be a shift in our order or something, but that's it. Our top 3 love languages are exactly the same, right? Well, they're the same. May not be in exactly the same order. Most of them are in the same order for my younger ones. I'm not sure about my older ones. I need to have them do it. But my love languages are words of affirmation, physical touch, and listen, this is so crazy. I think it's quality time. It's quality time or it's acts of service. It might be acts of service, which is interesting because I don't like necessarily doing stuff, but I do stuff. Like, I don't know. I don't like doing stuff when you ask me. I like to just do it. Yeah. I don't know. Definitely words of affirmation and physical touch. So I hug a lot. Like I hug and kiss my kids. That's like, we're big on that. They grown. All of my kids are grown. We hug and kiss. Like hug and kiss my kids. I'm a hugger kisser. That all day. That's me, right? So so things have been transpiring in my kids' lives. And, there's something powerful about when they just pick up the phone and call you to share things with you, right? So we talk, my kids and I talk. They'll call me, I'll call them. But this week was a little different. My daughter called me And my daughter and I had a tumultuous relationship. Okay, that's what I'll say. I really was hard on her. I really was hard on her, because I wanted so much for her. Wanted to do so much. So I was hard on her. But she had her thing where she ran away off and on for a year. Like we've gone through some stuff. We've had some times when we butted heads. I had to pull back before I pulled back. I had to pull back before I pulled back. Let me pull back before I pull back. Now listen. So, but we're good. We're good. We're really good. We talked and everything. But she had an experience, and the experience helped her to understand some of what I'd gone through, some of what she and her dad and I'd gone through dealing with her, what her brothers went through dealing with her, like what the people who love her went through dealing with her. And she called me and she said, Mom, I just wanted to call and say I'm sorry. Now, I remember making this phone call. I remember making a phone call like this. I get it. I told her, I said, one day you're going to call me. I'm like, Mom, I'm so sorry. She called me and she said, Mom, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. I just dealt with a situation and I realized that was me. How did y'all deal with me? Because I was like, this don't make no sense. I said, because we love you, babe. She was like, Mama, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Mama. I'm so sorry. Please forgive me, Mama. I know. I should have listened to you. I am so sorry. I'm like, it's okay. Like, it's okay. You're forgiven. She was like, no, Mama, but you don't understand. And that's exactly how I sounded when I called my mama, when I was dealing with her running away, right? So she said, you don't have to wait till the girls get up and go through something to hear me say this. I'm saying this now. I said, okay. And then it touched me. She was just talking about how I really was a good mother, that I really was a good mother, that I really did do everything I could to make sure that they had experiences, and that she was sorry for ever saying anything that made me feel like I was less than a good mother, or ever saying I was less than a good mother. Because she did say it loudly multiple times. She just told me the things that she appreciated about me, the things that she appreciated about me being, and she was just like, I just appreciate you as a woman, as a person, just who you are. So last night I get a call, and we always talk FaceTime. Majority of the time, if I'm talking to somebody looking at their face. I don't necessarily like just talking on the phone. I like to see, because a lot of communication is nonverbal. So if you're not seeing the nonverbal, you're missing a lot of the communication, right? So my son called, him and his girlfriend. So they called, and he said, Mom, let me tell you what happened. I said, what happened, babe? He said, well, we went to the beauty supply store. It wasn't the first time we went that day, yesterday, but this is the second time we went. And the woman said something, and I said, yes, ma'am. And she said, what? We don't hear that. Oh, you was raised well. Oh, your mama did a good job. I know you were raised by a good woman. And he said, Mom. So I told her, yeah, I was. He said, so I wanted to call you and tell you, because I felt like you deserved to hear that. Well, listen, guess what? You may not have ever heard that from your children. You may not have ever, heard that, that you do a good job, or that you're a good person, or whatever. You may not have heard it ever. You may not have heard it in a long time. But listen, I came to tell you that it's about time that you recognize that you are who you are, that you're a good mother, a good father, that you're a good person, that you're caring, that you're compassionate, that you have purpose and a mission, that you matter to the world, and you matter most importantly to God. That if no one else has told you that they love you, I love you. God loves you even more than I do, though. So I need you to understand that all of the things that you've not had, all of the things that you've desired, just stop waiting on that. It's about time for you to understand that you have everything that you need, and all you got to do is get up and walk it out. It really is that simple. I know you may say, Dr. V, yeah, you can say that because you got a husband, you got kids that love you. Well, listen, guess what? My life hasn't always been roses. And I've gone through a lot to get to the place where I am now. But I wouldn't change anything because it increases my ability to appreciate where I am now and what I have now. So you better understand that God didn't just wake me up for me to get out here for no reason, give you some of my rhymes and everything. Honey, he done put me in whole creative mode. I done rolled over into spoken word. Like, what, God, what? You got me up here rhyming this early in the morning? You see, my sons are rappers and they think they just got the skill. Baby, you got them skills from me. Honey, I'm a lyricist. Do you understand? But look, it wasn't even about that. It was about getting me to the place where I am right now, where I can tell you you're loved and you're valued. You're loved and you're valued. And this is what I want to encourage you today. Y'all listen. Don't be selfish. Don't be selfish. Don't just take the I love yous for you. Send them back. Send them out. Let people that you love know that you love them. Stop assuming they're going to know. Stop assuming. Tell them out your mouth. Don't leave anything to guess. Don't leave anything on the table. Oh, thank you, Greer. I appreciate that. Don't leave it. Let the people that you love know that you love them deliberately and intentionally, not because you're sick, not because, they're sick, not because someone's afraid someone's going to die, but just freaking because you do. Those are some of the greatest moments, not the moments that come because you're sick and somebody tell you I love you because no. Tell me you love me on a random day. When I haven't just done something for you, just let me know. I know my husband probably gets tired of hearing me say I love you because now we've gotten to the point where I don't even have to say it. He looks at me and he said, I know. I know. I'm like, you know what? I know you love me. I love you too. And I was like, I didn't even say that. He said, you don't have to. He said, your eyes said it. And I used to wonder why people would say, oh, the way she looks at you and da-da-da-da. I'd be like, how I be looking at him? I don't be looking at him no kind of way. He'd be like, you be looking at me like I'm a bacon egg sandwich, not a bacon and egg sandwich, but a bacon egg sandwich. Sir, I am not looking at you like bacon egg sandwich, sir. I am not. Yes, you are. I am not. But what I realized was that when you love so much, sometimes you can't even help how it just leaks out, how it just comes out. Like, I don't be trying to look like I love him, but I just do. But that's not enough. Now, I know he doesn't necessarily, he says, you don't have to say it, you don't have to say it, you don't have to say it. You just show me. But let me tell y'all something. If I ever stop telling him I love him, he gonna think something wrong because I do it all the time. I say it all the time. So if I just stop, wait, look. Love. Love. April said, thank you for the encouragement. Sometimes it is so needed to give people the push they need. Yeah. And just to remind people, I love you too, babe. Corey, I don't be looking at him all googly eyed. Girl, stop now, stop. Y'all just be team bruh. I don't be looking at him all googly eyed. I might. A little bit. Okay, I do. I look googly eyed when I say his name. Unless I'm mad at him. If I'm mad at him, I'm not going to be looking googly eyed. I'm going to get a blank face. But it don't last for this long and then it's gone, okay? I don't even remember what I was mad about. Girl, stop, April. Talking about, listen, I seen you give him that look multiple times. He's talking about, good morning, sweetheart. Stop. Babe, Stop. I'm being serious. Stop. Tasha said, good morning, Daddy. I love you, baby. Jackie said, you know I'm sick of you. You know you have them looks. I don't know what y'all talking about. I don't know what y'all talking about. But baby, y'all should have seen my baby last night. Wait till I drop these pictures. I said, this man right here. If I wasn't already married to him, I'd be like, excuse me, sir. Excuse me, sir. Have you got a woman? Talk about it. Tim walk in there right now. My point will be proved. Don't come in here. So he is not that fine. Girl, I know that's your daddy. But have you seen him lately, girl? Girl. He was already fan, but baby, hey, this fine done went to a whole nother level. Girl, your daddy fine. I know. It's okay though to have a fine daddy. You know my daddy fine. My daddy fine. So it's okay to have a fine daddy, baby. It's okay. It's all right. I know you ain't used to thinking about your daddy as being fine, but yeah. Oh, his fine done leveled. Shut up, Jackie. You're talking about that one, Corey. That's what we not gonna do today. All of this to say what? Y'all, it's time. Time to make a change. We are the people that can do it. It's time, y'all. Let's do this. Let's do it. Let's take life by the horns. Let's believe in ourselves. Let's take a risk. You know? Let's do it. Let's make a change. Let's do something that changes our life. And then changes the lives of other people. Don't miss it. Don't miss it. I'm going to get out here because I feel like he's going to try to walk through this door. And I'm not dealing with him today. And y'all done hyped him up, got him all psyched out and stuff. And I'm not dealing with it this morning. So I'm going to... Corey said, my daddy maybe find whoever he is. Cause look at me. You know he fine, girl. He got to be. Look at you. That's right. Brother-in-law, she tripping. We know you make her melt like hot butter. I don't know what y'all talking about. Y'all, listen. Y'all don't do that. It's time, Greer. Yes, it is, man of God. Good morning, Kareem. How are you? Yes, Corey. He got to be fine. He does. I'm telling y'all, listen. Let me tell you something. My daddy that raised me was a nice-looking man. He was a good-looking man. But my daddy, whose seed I come from, is fine. He's fine. My daddy fine. Good. Thank you, baby. Tasha said throw up face. Look, y'all. This life that we get the opportunity and the privilege to live, man, it's a gift. It's a gift. Don't take it for granted. Maximize it and use it wisely. Let God get all the glory. Y'all, I want y'all to come back. Join us at 9:30 for Passionate Pursuit. I'm going to bring the word. Listen, I don't know what God finna say, but he finna say something. So let's see what he says. I love you guys. I love you. And my prayer is that you will be who God has created you to be. Because it's time. Thank you, Greer. We enjoyed having you. Join us at 9:30 Eastern, 8:30 Central, 6:30 Pacific. Dad is fine. All this fineness. Thank you, God. Yes. Look, I love you guys to life and life more abundant. Have an amazing, incredible, and epic day. Be blessed.